So you're telling me not to believe my own ears?
What do I know? Maybe you need a Q-tip.
No, my ears are just fine. And they heard you confessing loud and clear to giving Dallas what she deserved.
I was referring to what I said in my rap.
Okay, try again.
No way I beat her.
Well, that alibi that you were talking about, the video from your building, that also confirmed that you weren't home the night that Dallas was attacked.
You really gonna make me do this?
It's either that or you go straight to Rikers.
Man, my ass is gonna fry if this gets out.
Well, it's up to you.
I ain't touch her.
Okay.
All right, look, check it out. See, I can't use my bitch as an alibi because I wasn't with my bitch.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna need the name of your other bitch.
Trying to ruin my happy home?
In New York City, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. These are their stories.
Hey guys, welcome to Munch My Benson. My name's Adam. I'm here in Albuquerque, and I'm joined on the line by Josh. How are things, Josh?
Great. I would normally have my recording light on over my shoulder, but I still haven't changed the batteries in it, so. No, things are fine, whatever. The Wolves-Spurs series is 2 games further than it was last time we talked, and it's still tied up. So now we've got ourselves a 3-game series, but that's what most of my life is consumed by right now.
Yeah, my life's been consumed by the trials and tribulations of the passengers on the MC Hondia, who are now separately going into various quarantines around the world, depending on where they live. As it turns out, I was wrong. They weren't exposed to rats on the ship, which is what I thought had happened. Apparently, the Andean variant of hantavirus can be human-to-human transmission.
Yeah.
And allegedly, the Dutch couple who were victims number 1 and 2 went on some sort of bird-watching tour in Argentina before the ship left. And at some point on their birdwatching tour, they were exposed to likely large amounts of rat feces or rat urine, which caused the infection. But now they're putting the poor fucking pilots who are flying the Australian passengers from the Netherlands to Perth. They're putting the pilots in quarantine for at least 2 weeks, which really sucks for them.
That's a long fucking flight.
It's a long flight, and then a long time to sit in a concrete room in Perth with a bunch of old people.
Do you think that they are refueled in flight?
Good question. It's possible they would land to refuel. I think it's a lot cheaper to land to refuel than to do mid-air
presumably,
refueling.
But, the world has to come together for something like this.
Yeah. I wonder what, I haven't read about the American passengers. I assume the American passengers are just fucked.
It's probably much harder to refuel a commercial airline.
Most
jet.
Likely, they're not like designed for that.
Yes.
I think they like build bombers with the idea that they can be mid-air refueled pretty easily,
right?
Relatively easily. I wouldn't say pretty. That's wrong. I do know about the Americans.
They build these planes so you can dump a big load in them while they're still in the air.
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, it's kind of what it looks like. It's kind of like, there's this little dong sticking off the nose of the airplane, and this large thing comes out to give it a blowjob in the middle of the air. But no, the Americans are mostly in Nebraska, so fuck you, Brad.
You're not going to be able to hear this, but
and I think 3 of them got sent to Atlanta to the CDC for further
Sure.
testing. But the ones who have not tested positive.
wait. The CDC doesn't work anymore, right?
Well, okay, as an organization, it doesn't, but I think the laboratory facilities are still functional in Atlanta, where they can.
I bet all
where
those
they can
scientists
deal
were
with-
doged out.
I think some of them are still around. The thing about the Doge is basically you just had to put like gay in your name, and that's the only keywords they were looking for. That's why they erased the legacy of the Enola
also
Gay from
black.
the Pentagon. Oh yeah,
Also
you could put black.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sorry.
Yeah.
You could put black. But I think it's one of the
Let's
funniest,
not erase their erasure, Adam.
one of the funniest things that's ever happened is that the Pentagon erased references to the Enola Gay, which is the airplane that committed the single worst war crime that's ever been committed.
By the country
because-
that's committed the single worst war crime ever committed.
but
Us.
because it has the word gay in the name. That's
Yeah.
why.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good
Brilliant
shit.
stuff.
Great country.
America. What a
Can't wait to
country.
root against us in the World Cup.
I know. I was just talking about that like 2 days ago. I was talking about that at work. Someone was like, "Oh man, I'm really looking forward to Team USA, like the men's USMT or whatever the fuck,
whatever they
USMNT."
call it. Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm absolutely rooting against them. We can't let."
Yeah.
I mean, frankly, I hope the U.S. draws Iran and Iran fucking beats the shit out of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Josh, what are you drinking? Or have you watched anything interesting? I've not really watched anything.
I was trying to think of anything that I've watched, and I really haven't watched anything. We watched a really bad "Should I Marry a Murderer" 3-part documentary on Netflix. That
I saw ads for that because
it's not good. It's too long, and it's 2 hours too long. It should be an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, we just finished Landman tonight,
Oh,
season 2.
Was it good? Yeah.
I mean, it's probably the best of the Taylor Sheridan shows,
Yeah.
which is damning with faint praise.
Yeah.
Well, other than Madison. The Madison, I think, is actually good.
Okay.
This
Better
is
than Yellowstone, though.
Yeah,
I like
Yellowstone's
this.
trash.
But I mean, isn't that what the whole point is? It's like a trashy melodrama for people who listen to country music, right? That's
Sure,
my
to
understanding
an
of
extent.
those
That's
shows.
Yellowstone, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know that this qualifies as that. I think having Billy Bob in the mix helps this elevate itself above the material. Like 60% of the show is very bad, but 40% is okay. So
Okay.
or 40% is fairly good. 40% is enjoyable enough that it keeps you watching. And I liked where the season ended off. But
That sounds great. I did watch another Rockford the other night, but it wasn't. Man, after you watch
it wasn't so Farnsworth stratagem.
Farnsworth Stratagem and Gear Jammers, Gear Jammers is the best two-parter.
Right, but you do have to strap in for 2 parts. And then the issue with all of the 2-parters of Rockford is that the second part, the first 10 minutes, is
The recap is so
of the
long.
first part.
The recap is so long.
It's so long. And like, if you're watching on Amazon Prime, it is just not, like, it's not chaptered out to where you can just skip it.
Yeah.
Like, skip the intro or something. So you have to, like,
Seriously.
fast forward through
You
the
watch
bullshit.
well, you have to check out and be doing something else.
Yeah.
But Gear Jammers is nice because I feel like most of them are just a regular episode that they stretched out longer, so it's just a regular episode with a different pace. But Gear Jammers at least like has makes better use of the 2 parts, I think. You learn all about what Rocky's doing when he's off screen. He's got a
Right. You
secret
learn about
love
his
life
trucking life.
Well, he's got a lady friend that he visits every Saturday,
Yep.
and he buys her a bottle of champagne every time. And Becker knows about it, but Jim doesn't. It's a real
Jim's too self-involved to worry about his dad and what his dad's
Yeah.
getting up to. What was the one you did watch?
The one right after it, I don't remember the name.
Okay.
It's the one with Beth's friend, who's a model who gets dumped in a lake.
Okay.
But Alexandra Clark is the lady that Rockford ends up helping, and he like steals a cop car, which is fun.
Yeah.
To capture him, but that's a good one. It's a fine one. It's just, when you get the heights of hearing about the Utah ball and Rocky's love life, then it's
Everything after that is just
like
liver,
where they spend a full hour and a half trying to fix Jim's disposal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Well, this is a really ultra niche conversation that is really
when you've got a lot
for you and me. So.
You've got a lot of LJ content in that one too, which I love LJ.
What are you drinking, buddy?
Well, I have I poured a smaller glass, but out of my Tony's on the Pier unofficial bar of Munchy by Benson. I've got some Bullet Rye in the Rocks. I also have a Mass Ascension out of my very cool, very large array koozie that I'm working on.
I've, of course, I had 4 fingers. Now it's like 2 fingers of Bullet Rye Rocks in my Tony's on the Pier, Redondo Beach, California glass.
Nice.
Unofficial bar of Munchy by Benson. And then I've got Hams on layaway here.
Nice.
I got some water too, because I've got a lot of reading ahead of me. But
yeah, you do. You have a lot to read.
Yeah. Recap's not too long, but holy shit, are there some guest stars this week?
Guest stars.
At least guest stars that require me to talk about them a lot. I don't know that they're given nearly as much to do in this episode as perhaps they should be.
A certain member of the unit makes a choice that I don't feel is like a very good move for a police officer to make. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. We're talking about Rollins.
She spends too much time online. And if you notice, Rollins' computer is never plugged in. It really bothers me that she sits at her desk and doesn't plug her computer in. It's one thing when you're walking around and you got to take it somewhere. When you're sitting down at your fucking desk, why isn't it plugged in?
This week, we are watching Season 20, Episode 22, Dis. 2 uniformed officers pull over a comely woman in a low-cut dress under an elevated rail line, with one proceeding to check her for drugs in a very rapey way before she tells them if they're going to have fun, she should get a good look at them. As they acquiesce, she turns, gets close to the rapier cop, and snatches his gun before the scenario turns into a music video with her writhing up against a car. She also knees him in the balls. The shoot ends for the day with an assistant choosing to take her daughter to Dave & Buster's, while pop star Dallas Monroe goes home exhausted. Her daughter and the guy come to a home where the door is ajar and something is amiss, eventually finding her unconscious on the bedroom floor, bleeding from a wound on her head. As she's wheeled off on a gurney with a neck brace, SVU tries to get a lay of the land, assuming that because her dress was torn and there was a struggle, that she was probably sexually assaulted in addition to being bludgeoned, while trying to ascertain just what has happened to this very famous pop star. There have been 2 domestic disputes to this address that the 3rd Precinct have responded to over the past month, involving Dallas and her husband, Justin Snake Anderson. Snake's got a show right then at the Apollo featuring Felicia, where it becomes clear that he and Finn go way back, as Finn tells Snake that his wife has been attacked on stage, putting an end to the show right then and there. Finn and Carisi question Snake in his limo on the way to the hospital, with Snake insisting that he's never laid a hand on Dallas and that bruising on his knucks was from a run-in with a pap who was getting in his daughter's space. At the hospital, Dallas has been put into a medically induced coma to combat swelling in her brain. The pap and his shiner confirm the run-in with Snake, but he says people cover for celebs all the time and that guys without anger issues don't while their time away in a rage room. The rage room and Fado's playground apparently records all their sessions, with Snakes showing a man working out his rage while screaming at the specter of his wife. After arresting and accusing his childhood bestie of beating his wife to the brink of death, Finn pushes Snake in interrogation and Liv pulls him out of there. Finn greets Mama Anderson to the precinct and is met with a slap to the face and accusations of disloyalty before he asks the woman who took him in when his mother was murdered in a drive-by what her son's marriage is really like. She tells him that Dallas calls the shots now that she's a superstar, but that he'd never hit her, and implores Finn to do the right thing and help them. Just as Liv and Stone pull Finn off the case because he's too close to the principals, Dallas wakes up and insists that she spoke with her mother in an old folks' home in Boca after Justin had already left for the Apollo, and that someone else attacked her. She's not sure who that someone else is, but she assumes that it was related to the feud that her husband and rapper R.B. Banks are in. Scouring the socials, Rollins has found a video from a couple weeks ago where Snake can be seen in the background punching in the access code to their house. Banks liked that Instagram post, but he insists that he was at home the night of the attack and that his doorman can vouch for him before telling Ralisi to scram. The escalating beef lands on the front page of the tabloids, leading Finn and Liv to post up outside Banks' studio to make sure Snake doesn't do anything stupid. They intercede in a brewing drive-by, pulling in Snake and Banks as Banks snarls that he gave her what she had coming. In interrogation, however, Banks is singing a different tune to Liv, where he says that his initial alibi didn't check out because he didn't want to blow up his happy home and that he was spending the night with a side piece. Wanting to do right by his old friend's wife, Finn tries to get a lay of the land with Joe, who says that her son was paying for home renovations that his wife capped before they were complete, but that she didn't go to Snake because she didn't want to raise a stink. But it turns out that the $250K his mom got from his business manager was to pay off a hairstylist who he slept with once, but who couldn't get close enough to Snake to squeeze him for cash directly. Ballistics brings Finn the report on the gun found under Dallas when she was attacked, and her prints were the only ones on the gun. A gun which looks good for having been the murder weapon in an 18-year-old unsolved case. Keeping this information to himself for the time being, Finn checks in with the detective who caught the Malik Harper murder, and the only thing he remembers was the dead guy's pregnant white girlfriend hurling a plate of ribs at him when he told her the father of her child was dead. As Rollins dives into more social media posts about Dallas and Snake, a red mongoose bike keeps showing up in photos outside of their home, the same bike a looky-loo outside the crime scene was riding that Carisi talked to in the cold open. That kid was named Andreas Harper. When they bring in Andreas, Liv starts pushing him about how he must be stalking Dallas and that he's not really a fan of snakes, not knowing what Finn and we, the audience, know. The kid lawyers up, with Liv telling him if the bike lock, which she suspects was the weapon with which he assaulted Dallas, turns up Dallas's DNA, he's fucked. Finn tries to work Andreas's mom, Vicky, but she says she won't help him put her son in jail by talking about how she got paid off because Snake killed her man. Finn visits Andreas at Rikers, where he promises what they talk about stays between them because he saw his mom killed right in front of him when he was a kid and didn't snitch, so he knows how Andreas feels. Andreas admits that he wanted to hurt Snake like Snake had hurt him by killing his dad. After name-dropping Malik Harper to Snake, Finn tells him that our past can always come up to bite us and that he should take good care of the women in his family before walking out onto the street and telling onlooking kids on bikes that Snake still lives uptown. And we get the code of Harlem is apparently all Finn knows. Dick Wolf.
I feel like he definitely committed accessory to murder after the fact in this one.
What makes you say that?
Possibly some other charges too that could be filed against him. Probably kind of hard to make sergeant after you've done that.
They'd have to find out first, though. He's already sergeant
true.
At this point, isn't he?
Oh, he is. I don't remember the
he's
the timeline
already.
Okay,
yeah.
Still not great for your career to.
Seems like nothing happened. Seems like he's just fine.
Well, okay, because the show does not exist in the real world.
Because this is a Michael Chernuchin episode and nothing matters. This happened during the gas leak, apparently.
But somebody who is part of the police department provided that ballistics report. It's the sort of thing that maybe you can hide it for a few days from your superiors, but you probably can't hide it forever in 2019. I would think.
Yes.
Anyways. I wanted this episode to be funner than it was.
Yeah, it was not. It was not fun.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, so we've got a fuck ton of guest stars that I have to talk about now.
Yeah, we do.
I'm oddly going to do them in the order in which they're credited.
Okay.
We have not talked about a single fucking guest star in this episode, BT Dubs, which is very rare 255 episodes in.
Of course not. None of these people have been in the episode.
Well, a few of them have. Few of them have a lot of credits, but whatever.
But not in episodes that we've seen.
No, not at all.
Yes.
There's only one recurring, but it's wild. Usually, there's at least someone who we've seen before as a different character, and that's not
Absolutely.
the case here
Yeah.
either. All right, so first up, Amber Stevens-West playing Dallas Monroe here. She was born in Los Angeles to model Beverly Cunningham and radio announcer, actor, and Hollywood Squares mainstay Shadow Stevens.
Love Shadow Stevens.
Love Shadow Stevens. How great was he in Dave's World? Come on. His top 40 was so much better than Casey Kasem's or Rick Dees's.
Yeah, seriously. Fuck you, Rick Dees.
Yeah.
I am a Casey
Fuck you,
Kasem
Casey
fan.
Kasem.
I love it. He's got such a great voice. Love that guy.
But
just
I know
because
why
he
you
played
love
Shaggy.
him. Yeah, I get it. We all
Shaggy
know.
Rogers.
We all know about your Shaggy love, Adam. You love all Shaggies. You love Shaggy the artist.
There's
you
only
love
two.
Matthew
Well, yeah,
Lillard.
okay.
And
You're right. I do love Shaggy the artist.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It wasn't me.
Sure. Now, Amber Stevens-West attended Beverly Hills High School. She did early commercial work before landing in TV. She's in the films The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift as a cheerleader.
Josh.
I know.
May,
I love that movie. I own it.
I own it. We kind of came up with a movie, but
if she weren't just cheerleader,
I know.
I'd be like
you'd be drifting
course.
right now. Yeah.
Bringing Out the Dead would not be happening. But yeah, we'd be Tokyo drifting all the way to our next movie club. So yeah, she's in Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, which great film. Love it.
It's a movie.
Own it. It's honestly probably
it's got Zach from
favorite.
Tool Time in it. It's your second favorite?
Yeah,
next to Fast
Fast
5?
5 is the best. Fast
5 is
Fast 5 is amazing.
It's art.
It's life changing. She's also in The Beast, Fired Up, The Amazing Spider-Man, The Kitchen, Joey Dakota, 22 Jump Street, Jezebel, The Way We Weren't, Christmas Unwrapped, To Get Her, and The Christmas Showdown. She was main cast in Greek, The Carmichael Show, Ghosted, Happy Together, and Run the World. She was in multiple episodes of or had recurring roles in CSI 90210, that's the reboot, Chasing Life, Criminal Minds, Crepopolis, and The Neighborhood. She's married to actor and her co-star from Greek, Andrew J. West. They have 3 children together. They've been married since 2004, December of 2014, not 2004. She'd be like 10 then.
Yeah.
Then we've got DeAndre Savan, who's playing Andreas Harper. He was born in Alexandria, Virginia. He was raised in Miami. He attended UNC School for the Arts, where he was co-creator of the first 2 devised productions written entirely by students to premiere on the University of North Carolina School for the Arts main stage. He's appeared both on and off Broadway, including in A Beautiful Noise and Ragtime. He's in one episode of Person of Interest. Then Lee Sellers is playing Mitch Connolly here. I think that's her agent or manager or whoever is on the scene at the video. He did his undergrad at Wake Forest. His postgrad degree in acting is from Drama Studio London. He was nominated for a Joseph Jefferson Award citation for actor in a principal role in a play for Kvetch in 1991. The Jeffs are the Chicago theater scene awards. He has a ton of theater credits, both regional and in New York. He's in the films Overexposed, Groundhog Day, Watch It, The Childhood Friend, Love the Hard Way, The Savages, Rocket Science, Tenderness, The Crimson Mask, Distemper, Tar, Jules, La Casina, and Psychotherapy, The Shallow Tale of a Writer Who Decided to Write About a Serial Killer. He had recurring roles or was in multiple episodes of The Untouchables, ER, Third Watch, Chappelle's Show, The Curse of the Crimson Mask, Luke Cage, Power, House of Cards, and Happy. He's also in 2 episodes of Criminal Intent and 7 episodes of the original series. This one's going to take a while now.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Is he a famous person?
We've got Snoop Dogg. I have a page and a half of notes on him, which is stupid because he's not in this episode very much.
No.
He's playing R.B. Banks here.
Mhm.
Calvin Brodus was born in Long Beach, California to Beverly Tate and absentee Vietnam vet father Vernell Varnado. He was named after his stepfather, who came into the picture 3 months later, Calvin Brodus Sr. Seems like a really spiteful move there from Mom, but I'm sure it was earned.
I like it.
Yeah. When he was very young, he began singing and playing piano at Golgotha Trinity Baptist Church, where his mother was a member of the church choir. In 6th grade, he began rapping and frequently drew a crowd in the halls at school. As a teen, he got involved in gang activities, despite his mother's best efforts to keep him out of that. He graduated from Long Beach Polytechnic, the same school from which Chase Utley, Tony Gwynn, Deshaun Jackson, Willie McGinnis, Billie Jean King, Cameron Diaz, Carl Weathers, Lita Ford, Nate Dogg,
Jesus Christ.
Nick Weiger from Doughboys,
Yeah.
Percy Daggs III, Wallace from Veronica Mars,
Yeah.
Warren G.,
Wow.
Van Heflin, Thelma Houston, Gene Washington, Peyton Watson, Tyus Edney, and so many more graduated.
What a great school. Wow.
A
Billie Jean
crazy
King
school.
and Warren G went to the same high school. Wow.
They sure did. And Van Heflin.
Yeah.
So he graduated in 89 and then landed in jail on a cocaine charge a few months later, marking a period of a few years in which he found himself frequently incarcerated. With his cousins Nate Dogg, Little Half Dead, and friend Warren G, he recorded homemade tapes under the moniker 213. One of the tapes was over the counter. That attracted some label interest. And then they recorded a 4-song demo at their local record store. Warren G gave Snoop's cassette to Dr. Dre, who signed him to Future Shock Records, which later became Death Row. And then Dre began recording with him for the Deep Cover theme song and Dr. Dre's debut solo record, The Chronic, which was released in 92, featuring Snoop prominently.
Everywhere.
Followed the next year by Snoop's own debut
Doggy
solo record,
Style.
Doggy Style, which was, of course, released as Snoop Doggy Dogg. He dropped the doggy at a certain point. I can't remember when, but it was after a few records.
Yeah.
He was then charged with first-degree murder for the shooting of a rival gang member who Snoop's bodyguard actually killed. All this served as the basis for the short film and accompanying soundtrack, which was released as an EP, if I remember correctly. Murder Was the Case.
Mm-hmm.
He was acquitted 3 years later, and then he decided that he didn't want to keep living the gangsta lifestyle because it likely would lead to him either being assassinated or ending up in prison. The release of his second full-length album, The Dogfather, coincided with his label mate and collaborator Tupac's death and Suge Knight's racketeering indictment, further cementing his decision to have just left his old lifestyle behind as he moved into the hills of Claremont, California, with the mother of his son.
You know, I've met him. So, he lived in Claremont. And, I went to Pomona, which is one of the Claremont colleges, for a year.
Yeah.
And there was a basketball court right next to our dorm. And one day, these two, ridiculous cars, these powder-coated, 30s things rolled up.
Nice.
And
they're
Snoop,
old Packards or something.
Exactly. Yeah. And Snoop Dogg, Nate Dogg, and some other guys that I wasn't aware of got out, and they played pickup basketball with some of the white kids at my college for an hour or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as AllMusic's Stephen Thomas Erlewine notes, his music starts, quote, moving away from his gangster roots toward a calmer lyrical aesthetic, end quote, after The Dogfather. He's released 21 solo albums, 5 collaborative albums, 4 soundtracks, 17 comps, 1 video album, 3 EPs, and 26 mixtapes, selling over 23.5 million albums in the US, as many as 37 million worldwide, releasing 3 #1 albums on the US Billboard 200. He's also in the films Murder Was the Case, Half-Baked, Caught Up, White Boys, The East Siders, Baby Boy, Training Day, Bones, The Wash, Volcano High, Pauly Shore's Dead, Old School, Crime Partners, Malibu's Most Wanted, Starsky and Hutch, Soul Plane, Racing Stripes, The Tenants, Bossin' Up, Hood of Horror, Falling Up, Down for Life, Turbo, Pitch Perfect 2, Snow on the Bluff 2, Meet the Blacks, Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping, The Beach Bum, Dolomite Is My Name, The Addams Family, the SpongeBob movie Sponge on the Run.
Which is a good movie.
Okay. The Addams Family 2, Day Shift, House Party. That's the remake, not the original. Bomb Pizza, The Underdogs, and the Garfield movie. He was main cast, or the host of, or starred as himself in Doggy Fizzle Televizzle, Snoop Dogg's Fatherhood, Dog After Dark, Snoop Dogg Presents the Joker's Wild, Martha and Snoop's Potluck Party Challenge, So Dumb It's Criminal, hosted by Snoop Dogg, GGN, Snoop Dogg's Double G News Network, Utopia Falls, Doggyland, the Olympics for like the last 5 years.
I know, it's so weird.
And The Voice, on which he's a coach.
Now he's like, he professionally goes to events. I feel like events are just like,
now.
It's
Paris Hilton and Snoop
We
Dogg.
need Snoop in the crowd.
Well, and if we're going to have Snoop, we've got to have Martha Stewart.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're besties. Very strange bedfellows there. Not the first, and I'll definitely not be the last to ever say that. He had recurring roles on or was in multiple episodes of Playmakers, The L Word, The Boondocks Brothers, The Big Bang, The Simpsons, Trailer Park Boys, Empire, F is for Family, and BMF. He's been arrested a bunch of times, mostly for nonviolent drug offenses. There was a couple with like arms, a weapon, whatever. He lost $2 million through the 2016 Death Row Records bankruptcy case. He has since bought and revived Death Row Records, though. He had 2 sexual assault lawsuits filed against him. There were usually other people in the lawsuits as well. One was, quote, resolved amicably, end quote, with claims from his side that no money was exchanged. The other was dismissed 15 months after it was filed. It's impossible to say what happened there. We have to mention it.
Yeah.
It is this podcast.
But we don't know.
He converted to Islam in or before 2009, before converting to the Rastafari movement in 2012, which coincided with a shift in his music to reggae, after which he was attacked and shrugged off claims that he was appropriating the culture as a stunt. In 2018, he said he's a born-again Christian and released a song that has released an album with Bible in the name. He married his high school sweetheart, Shantae Taylor, in June of 1997. He filed for divorce in May of 2004, but then they renewed their vows in 2008. They have 3 kids together. He also has a son from a relationship born shortly after his marriage to Shantae Taylor in 1998. Okay, then we've got L. Scott Caldwell, who's playing Joe Anderson, Snake's mother. She was born in Chicago, growing up in the South Side neighborhood of Woodlawn. She attended Hyde Park High School. She went to Northwestern for a year before dropping out and working as an operator at Illinois Bell. She got married and had a son, and then transferred her credits to Loyola University, Chicago, getting her BA in Theater Arts and Communications. She began working as a teacher at Chicago High School of the Performing Arts and performed in local theatrical productions before heading to New York City to audition for Uta Hagen at HB Studio and at the Negro Ensemble Company, which she found out about while she was there for the HB Studio audition. She's done a bunch of work on stage, both in New York City and in regional theaters, including work at both HB Studio and the NEC. She's been in the films Without a Trace, Exterminator 2, which I've seen pretty recently, and slaps.
Nice.
Dutch, The Fugitive, Extreme Justice, Soweto Green, Waiting to Exhale, The Net.
The Net.
I walked out of that when I was a kid. Devil in a Blue Dress, Mystery Alaska, Dragonfly, Gridiron Gang, Powder Blue, Like Dandelion Dust, The Lamp, Division 19, The Perfect Guy, Concussion, The Case for Christ, and Bingo Hell. She was main cast in Queen's Supreme, Bad Monkey, and the adaptation of Neil Gaiman's Anansi Boys. That looks like it might never see the light of day, despite it being in the can, following the sexual misconduct allegations against executive producer Neil Gaiman.
Everybody hates Neil Gaiman now. It's pretty amazing.
It's pretty crazy, yeah. She had recurring roles in Love, Lies, and Murder, City of Angels, Judging Amy, ER, Lost, which she's in a lot of episodes of, Southland, The Secret Life of the American Teenager, Low Winter Sun, Mercy Street, The Last Tycoon, How to Get Away with Murder, A Million Little Things, Sacred Lies, Love in the Time of Corona, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, All Rise, Queen Sugar, Insecure, and Our Kind of People. She married in her early 20s, having a son with her first husband, from whom she divorced in the early 80s. She married artist, photographer, and director Dassel Banks in 2004. He died the next year, and she finished his documentary, My Brothers and Me, that was meant to raise awareness about prostate cancer among black men. Then we've got Orlando Jones playing Justin Snake Anderson here. He was born in Mobile, Alabama. His father, Adam.
His parents have been thoroughly scrubbed from the internet. It's crazy. I spent like 10 minutes looking for it too, and they just don't exist.
Especially someone who probably has a baseball reference page.
Exactly. It's just going to be hard to cross-reference that.
Especially
Jones,
with the Jones surname, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But like Josh has been going down the call sheet. He has done it in order. Orlando Jones has more lines in this episode than all of the actors that came before him put together.
Yes.
Easily
yeah.
more. And he's also...
It's insane.
You know,
he's the third
Snoop
most
Dogg,
at least the second most recognizable, probably.
Yes. He's probably the second most recognizable. I mean, Snoop Dogg's the most recognizable.
Snoop Dogg is more recognizable. I meant to say at least the third most recognizable. It depends on when this came out in relation to Lost, but that's it.
Yeah, okay. But, I mean, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, sorry to interrupt. I just wanted
it's crazy.
to
it's
give
crazy.
that context to the viewers.
Yeah. So he was born in Mobile, Alabama. His father played in the Phillies organization, though we cannot find out when or who he was. Only that he is named after Orlando Cepeda.
Mm-hmm.
He moved to Malden, South Carolina as a teen, graduating from Malden High School. He then enrolled at College of Charleston, but left without completing his degree. He started Homeboys Production and Advertising Company with fellow comedian Michael Fechter, working on several projects, including the McDonald's specialty sandwich, The McJordan.
Mm.
He scored his first Hollywood job writing for A Different World, and then got a small guest role in the season 5 finale. He wrote on Rock, which is the second episode in a row that we've talked about Rock. He also co-produced The Sinbad Show, while he was hosting the music show Sound Effects on Fox. He was auditioning to become one of the original 9 cast members of Mad TV, rooming with Artie Lang at the time, and leaving after 2 seasons to pursue a movie career. I also get the sense that Mad TV paid very, very badly.
I bet. I'm sure.
People were leaving that show so fast. The instant they felt like they could, they'd leave. It wasn't the 7-year bullshit with
SNL.
People staying way too long on SNL.
Yeah.
He's in the film Sour Grapes, Larry David's directorial debut.
Absolutely. We could watch
feature.
That now.
I used to have that on DVD.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's a lot of Bierko, a lot of Steven Weber.
Well, I like a lot of Steven Weber.
Yeah, I know you're a Wingsman.
It's a Wingsman.
Yeah, Wingsman. Yeah, he's in Sour Grapes. Woo. Office Space. From Dusk Till Dawn 3, The Hangman's Daughter. Liberty Heights, Magnolia. Waterproof, The Replacements. Chain of Fools, Bedazzled. Double Take, Say It Isn't So. Evolution, The Time Machine. Drumline, Biker Boys. Runaway Jury, House of D, which Duchovny directed. Primeval, I Think I Left My Wife. Beyond a Reasonable Doubt. Cirque du Freak, The Vampire's Assistant. Seconds Apart, The Chicago 8. Enemies Closer. Or maybe it's Enemies Closer. I don't know. It's probably Enemies Closer, though. The Book of Love and Till Death Do Us Part. He hosted Sound Effects and The Orlando Jones Show. He was main cast in Father of the Pride, The Evidence, The Adventures of Chico and Guapo, which he co-created, Tainted Love, Sleepy Hollow, Madaba, American Gods, and The Family Business, New Orleans. He had recurring roles in Men in Trees, Rules of Engagement, Black Dynamite, LA's Finest, The Good Lord Bird, and Abbott Elementary. He was also the 7-Up spokesman from 1999 to 2002.
He sure was.
He's been married to Jacqueline Staff since 2009. They have 2 children together. Got 3 more, but they're so much faster than the ones that came before this.
Yes.
Got Marty Grabstein playing Amir Khoury. Grew up in Astoria. I'll get more into that whole thing when we're actually in the episode notes. But
he was the paparazzi photographer.
Yes, he sure was.
Yeah. Not to be stereotyping, but he looks a lot more like a Marty Grabstein than he does like an Amir Khoury.
Definitely what my note is getting at later. He grew up in Astoria. He voiced Courage in Courage the Cowardly Dog, both on TV and in video games.
Yeah.
He's in the films Bury the Evidence, Apartment 5C, A Cat's Tale, and straight out of nowhere, Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog, which I would guess that Adam has seen for reasons that are entirely too disturbing.
I've actually seen that movie, yes.
So you've seen his work in the last few years.
Max is out of his Scooby-Doo phase, but when he was, every time we would go to the library, he would check out more Scooby-Doo films, and we definitely watched that one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Marty Grabstein's in 1 Criminal Intent, 3 episodes of the original series, 1 Conviction, and 1 more SVU. He drives a trolley in New York City, so I'm guessing that you could take Max to have his trolley driven by the voice of Courage the Cowardly Dog anytime you want.
Wow.
He's been married to Nancy Hughes since 1999. They live in New Jersey and have 2 children.
Nice.
Last 2, Malik Ray playing Wallace. That's the watcher of
the child.
They're from the east side of Detroit. They graduated from Cass Technical High School and then studied drama at SUNY Purchase's Acting Conservatory. They've worked with artist Terrence Nance and have been in a National Buffalo Wild Wings ad. They are also a rapper and writer. They're in the films A Case of Blue and Through the Modern Looking Glass, and they're also in 3 episodes of Organized Crime. And lastly, Milan Marsh, playing Lexi Monroe. I probably should have saved her for the next time we'll see her, just in case she's in more stuff, because we never know when we're going to hit these.
She's the kid.
She's the kid. She's in the films Day of the Fight and Brownsville Bred. She had a recurring role in The Wonder Years and is in 1 more episode of SVU from season 27, I believe.
Nice.
That's it.
Wow, Josh, you made it through that. That was a lot.
So long.
We could have done a full hour on Snoop Dogg, probably.
We could have done 5 hours on Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Like, we could have just done a Splinter podcast for 3 months.
We should just do a podcast about Long Beach Polytechnic, you know.
We should, actually.
Because it's fascinating who's gone
Yeah, it's
there.
fascinating. Like, if you look at the fucking alumni, like, I cut a lot out that I knew, but other people wouldn't. I exercised restraint when I listed off people that had gone there.
All right, so we have to talk about this episode, don't we?
Do we? Hilariously, I have very few notes after this because I had 5.5 pages of guest stars and recap, and then barely 2 pages.
It's just like a very childlike narrative. It doesn't.
And you know why that is?
Well, I know.
Because
I know
Michael
why.
Chernuchin is as smart as most children.
It's just kind of a dud. I wanted it to be like
I know.
even memorably bad.
It's
and it's
just
not.
nothing.
And you have Orlando Jones, who is, I would say, a famous comedian, right?
Terribly miscast here. When you first see him, he's unrecognizable.
I know. I'm like,
it's
what? No?
So weird. So it's like, wait. Have I forgotten who Orlando Jones is? I've not, because I've seen him on Abbott Elementary since this.
And I wouldn't say that he's bad, but
no, he's not bad. It's just you could do so much better for him. Have him be a comedian.
Exactly.
Or something.
Have him be interesting. Anyways.
Have him be Hannibal Buress trying to take down Bill Cosby.
Sure. That would be fun. I mean, it's too bad this was made then and not more recently, because Drake versus Kendrick Lamar rap battle would be a lot funnier.
Much better. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that's pretty funny. And everything that comes out about Drake is funnier and funnier and funnier.
So, fake traffic stop because she didn't signal.
Yeah.
But we assume as a viewers that it's an actual traffic stop because we're actually watching from the camera that is shooting this video, apparently.
It's our favorite location, guys, under Riverside Drive, which we've been to
It's under
of
Riverside
times.
Drive, okay. I couldn't remember if I thought it was maybe under like that or the...
We've seen it many times. The first one was, like Elliot... What was that episode?
Is it the BQE that I'm thinking of that's over there?
BQE's
Roosevelt
in
Highway or whatever the fuck
this
it is.
FDR is on the east side. This is on the west side. It's pretty far uptown. That's where they're big hills. So Riverside Drive at this point is going over. So there's the West Side Highway at that point, and there's Riverside Drive. And Riverside Drive goes off one big hill, and instead of going down and then going to the next one, they just built this big ass bridge. But we've seen that location time and time again because I think it's very easy to shut it down because it's not the area underneath the bridge is not a very important roadway. The Cotton Club is right around the corner from that.
Well,
it's
they
literally
shot that
right around
foot
the corner.
chase scene in. We watched Streetwise in episode 56.
Exactly, that's the first time we thought about it.
Where he hops on the back of the truck.
Exactly.
That is in Streetwise season 9, episode 11, episode 56. She just wanted to get sticky fingered. Yeah,
we've seen it dozens of times since then, but I notice it every time. It's very close to Grant's tomb. Grant's tomb is right up there. It's on. I don't remember if it's south or north of that overpass, but
who's buried there?
The goat, Josh, the guy who fucking
if
had
if Munchies want some Ulysses S. Grant content, or if non-Munchies want some Ulysses S. Grant content, they're going to have to join the $5 tier of the Patreon.
He was also, in addition to being the best general,
we talk a lot of Garfield too, though.
In addition to being the best general who was ever U.S. president, he was also the best writer who was ever U.S. president.
Oh yeah,
his memoirs are actually
his letters. I have multiple.
They're
collections of his letters.
Great reads. They're succinct. They're interesting.
Less homoerotic than Lincoln's.
Much less.
Yeah.
A lot less spooning descriptions.
Yeah, a lot less sleeping in boarding houses with men. Yeah. We assume that they're wearing the same sort of underoos that Marty McFly has to wear when he goes back in time to the 1880s.
Oh yeah,
with a butt flap that opens.
That he gets from Seamus McFly.
That he gets from Seamus McFly. Yeah. I wish Chad was listening so he could do his Chad Trudgeon, not Burns, so he could do his Seamus McFly impression, but I know he's not going to be. Okay, so fake traffic stop because she didn't signal. Unis pull very well-dressed woman out of her vehicle and begin groping her.
Let's talk about that dress.
I think it looks great. Zero problems with it. I think Amber Stevens-West looks fantastic here. But we get a very sexually assaulty situation that because we are conditioned to think that an actual sexual assault is taking place because of the show that we're watching.
We're shocked.
It's very disturbing. And then it's instantly, if you boys want to have some fun, at least let me look at you. And then she gets to knee him in the balls, grabs one of their guns. And then the other officer, who's very unpoliceman-like, more than gladly drops his gun when she points hers at him, despite the fact that he wouldn't know that she knows how to even shoot that or that the safety was off. So whatever.
Josh, because it's not real life.
Cue music video rife with low angle upskirt shots.
Oh, yeah.
To
Big
undercut a political message. In what this is right after Philando Castile, right?
Yeah, but this is 2019.
Yeah, it's pre-George Floyd, but post Philando Castile, post
it was still Black Lives Matter because she
BLM Me Too stuff. Although she's saying BLM and Me Too in the same sentence, if her message was that unfocused in one song, I'd be a little concerned, but whatever.
Yeah. The white director, however, wants her to shake her ass.
Is it the director or her manager?
Don't have no idea.
Yeah. The hierarchy on set here, not very well established. Then we get up, Mommy, you said I can go to Dave & Buster's. So Dave & Buster's getting really in on the product placement here, I guess.
Where's there a Dave & Buster's in New York? I'm going to look this up. Oh, it's at Times Square. Okay. 42nd Street.
Bleeding onto the white shag carpet, she gets taken away on a gurney.
Yeah.
I hate celebrity cases.
Yeah. Although, I mean, honestly, this is supposed to be Jay-Z and Beyonce, right?
Obviously, yes.
But they didn't do anything with the celebrity-ness of this because it quickly becomes much more important that the guy was Finn's unlikely childhood friend as opposed to being a celebrity case. They could have done something interesting with the celebrity case.
Now, Is it racist for this show to think that Finn personally knows every rapper?
I mean, I assume that every black man from Harlem knows Finn.
Okay.
Who's of a certain age.
Just thought we needed to ask the question.
I think that that's what Michael Chernuchin assumes. It's every black man.
Hence my question.
From Harlem of a certain age is not just friends, but best friends with Finn.
Yeah. So we find out that she's got 10 Grammys and 25 nominations.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Do you think she's like Elton John in that Simpsons episode and she just throws them at people as soon as she gets a new one because she's so disgusted with getting new Grammys?
Probably. We find out quickly that the Third Precinct has been here twice in the past month on domestic calls. But Finn very immediately doesn't think Snake could have done it. We then go to the Apollo, I presume.
Yeah, that's the Apollo. Yeah. Weird to me that they
shot there.
It seems like an expensive location.
Sure
all I'm saying.
Orlando Jones, nearly unrecognizable here on stage.
It was crazy. I was like, am I forgetting what Orlando Jones looked like? Because this does not look like the guy I remember.
No, well, or the Orlando Jones we remember didn't have patterns shaved into his hair.
That is true.
Yeah, that's got to be it, right?
Yeah, 7-Up wasn't getting sold with those dragons.
No, or whatever.
Whatever they are.
But show's over, family emergency. We find out that their moms were best friends. In the limo, Orlando Jones is also forced to say the line, "I told her to stay away from that Twitter or whatever."
Yeah.
Which is very much the line of a Michael Chernuchin who doesn't know what Twitter is.
Yeah.
Not the line from a person who would be very much on social media.
Yeah.
So Carisi clocks that he's got bruised knuckles from an incident, and he says that it's from this paparazzo, Amir Khoury. We then quickly cut to the hospital where we're told that she's been put in a medically induced coma on account of the brain swelling.
Shocking she didn't die.
Yeah.
You can tell this isn't a Neil Baer or Warren Light episode because she would have died.
Yeah. Yeah, she would be dead. And then we meet Amir Khoury. And this is Amir Khoury?
Yeah, it's quite a scene.
The Khoury surname is unique to Arab Christians.
Mm-hmm. I figured.
Which makes me think that perhaps there's some issues with the casting of Marty Grabstein to play him.
Let's be clear. He doesn't look
like an Amir Khoury.
He doesn't have that like Eastern Mediterranean look about him.
No, there's not the swarthy appearance that would be endemic to any number of Semitic people.
This guy has the appearance of somebody who the farthest west he's
came from the Shtetl
is the Hudson River, and the farthest east he's been is about 3 subway stops into Brooklyn.
Sure,
his
people came from the Shtetl. For sure.
They did, but
yes.
His people came from the Lower East Side, you know.
Yes, 100%. Not Arab Christians. We get the rage room called Enfado's Playground. I don't know what Enfado means. It probably means something. I don't care. I'm not looking it up because fuck Michael Chernuchin.
I would think that they would have a better privacy policy at Enfado's Playground if it's a celebrity rage room. Which, you know, it's really funny to me that they latched onto rage rooms. It's such an SVU like themed business model that lasted for about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing about rage rooms.
My sister went to one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did she break some shit?
Oh, yeah. Like computer monitors and stuff.
Yeah, nice. But that's what alleyways are for, right? I feel like the tough guy from the neighborhood who's done drive-bys probably has some kind of used car lot that he can go bust some windows open. Not on film.
Or some friend that he can shatter fluorescent light bulbs, the long ones, over their legs or something.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, well, they're shooting homoerotic wrestling videos. Yeah.
I was going for 40-year-old virgin in the alley behind in the loading dock area.
You're not talking about the
I know
SVU
what
episode.
Not the SVU episode where someone accidentally dies doing that.
Yeah.
Not that.
Would you rent the Donald or the Hillary? Why don't you rent both? You know?
Yeah.
Could you rent the Thomas Jefferson? That's what I would rent.
I'd rent the Chuck Schumer.
Another good option.
How do the Baileys feel about this, Chuck? Okay. Snake's rage room routine was screaming that he'd kill Dallas while destroying every piece of refuse and detritus in the room.
It seems like the rage room is a healthy release of those emotions. Kind of the opposite of what Carisi thinks it is, which is proof that he must have beaten his wife to a bloody pulp, as opposed to healthily taking it out on some broken glass and a mannequin.
Yeah. Although, having seen Mannequin the film and Mannequin 2 on the move, I am a little concerned.
There's nothing to think that this mannequin comes alive when nobody's in the rage room.
We don't know that.
There's no evidence.
We don't know that. Finn gets yanked from the interrogation room after things get too heated between him and his childhood friend.
So, if I were Stone, I would not let Finn anywhere near this.
No.
Because any defense attorney is going to...
have a field day with it.
Have a field day.
Yeah.
They're childhood friends. There's unresolved problems.
Yeah. It's very easy to interject whatever the fuck you want to make a jury believe you here.
Exactly.
If you're the defense attorney.
And you also don't put Finn in the position where he has to keep arresting and releasing his best friend from back in the day. Because that's the position he's put in. Good work. Good work, Philip Winchester.
And I think the responsibility for this falls equally on two heads here. It's also the captain of the unit.
Oh, but, you know.
Yeah.
She's a real wild card at this point in the show's run.
Everyone's a real wild card at this point in the show's run. Because this show doesn't know who any of the characters have been for 18 years prior to season 19.
Yeah.
So Finn comes out of interrogation having gotten yanked out of there and meets Jo, the woman who took him in, and she slaps him.
She gives him a good one, too. I bet that stung.
And then she's basically like, Snake, don't slap, do the right thing here. Stone's like, I want him off the case. That's my Stone voice now.
Yeah.
Jo took in Finn after his mother got shot by gangsters trying to cap his dad. Mm-hmm. Dallas wakes up. This is where we learn of the Boca call.
The famous Boca call.
Perfect call.
You know, I feel like before they arrested Snake, they might have waited to get a single piece of evidence that tied him to the assault.
Rage room, Adam. Rage room.
Because it ends up making him kind of a hostile witness, which doesn't seem great for the case, considering that they probably could have gotten more cooperation out of him if they just waited, a little bit and maybe looked into him. But I guess I'm parsing things that have no need to parse.
Sure. Michael Chernuchin, who is the showrunner here, he co-wrote this episode. He took the lead writing credit.
Sure did.
And it never ceases to shock me that this guy wrote in television for like 20 years, maybe more. Mm-hmm. And every time we see an episode that he's got his fingerprints all over, it makes no sense. Things just happen with no fucking reason. He's clearly read Shakespeare, but he doesn't understand story structure at all. He doesn't understand like, he
doesn't understand the thing that makes Shakespeare good, which is
no.
Interesting
he just
story
can reference
structures.
it in names of episodes, which this was in Hamlet, right?
Probably. But okay, I'm sorry, but naming your rapper Snake, no rapper would name themselves them because all of them have seen fucking Escape from New York, right? Or Escape from LA, or both. They might reference Snake in a rap, but they would be talking about Snake fucking Plissken. Rollins finds an interesting video, trying to figure out who shot this video.
Right before this is established that Snake and RB Banks are in a diss track war for attention that the fans should take seriously. Yeah. Banks is concerned about Dallas's well-being at all, but insists his doorman can put him at home the entire night. Then we're confronted with the front page story stuff, and this is, I believe, where Rollins finds the video, right?
Something like that. Yeah. No, we don't go talk to RB Banks.
I think Rollins finds the video after the front page story thing.
Yeah. We see that he's liked the video, RB Banks.
Yes.
And then that's when they go talk to him. But pretty shocking, poor use of social media to put a video of a celebrity on Instagram.
Punching your security code in on an Instagram reel. What the fuck?
Well,
also, okay, can we talk about how Rollins finds information on social media just randomly whenever it can help the story move along?
She knows computer, Josh. She knows computer.
But she wouldn't have been able to say, okay, I found this one, and I found this one, and I found this one at the same time. How many days is she spending just poring over social media posts?
She's scrolling a lot of shit, man. How many different social medias do you think she has, like, auto feeds running at a time?
Well, there's Face Union. There's Face Space.
I forget some of the other ones. There's a My something.
Yeah.
It's not My Book, but it's like that.
What's the porn one that John Waters has?
Oh, fuck. God damn it. It's so far back in time. That was
Does one of them have soda in the name?
I hope so. But that was actually good. That was when SVU was a quality
his
program.
is funny. His is actually...
Yeah.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. She has a lot open. She's just always on the socials.
She's all over that shit. She never plugs her computer in. It's impossible. No one knows how it gets power.
She just plugs it in when she leaves every night.
Why would you do that? Why not just leave it on when you're in the desk?
Well, it's
you're
better
sitting
for
at your desk, plug it in.
It's better for the battery to run it down some.
I guess.
Better for battery life. It is. You're supposed to. You should not leave your device plugged in at all times.
Nowadays, they have computers have smart batteries where they know that. They control their own charging. RB Banks, he wants to teach that Black Taylor Swift a lesson, but they go to his studio and they talk to him after this.
Yeah,
and he's still making music that sounds like it could be on the original Chronic in 2019 because we hear a little bit of his tracks.
I'm curious about what went into the music.
I mean, honestly, it sounded like A to the motherfucking K, Homeboy from Cypress Hill is what the track sounded like that he started playing. It wasn't that, but it had a similar, the West Coast melody sound that used to be in those old albums.
So, whatever. We're sort of jumping around a little bit. The drive-by's interrupted.
Rape Kid comes back negative. Then we go meet the paparazzi are throwing gasoline on the fire. So that's when the drive-by is going to happen. But somehow SVU knows when and where the drive-by is going to happen. So they're able to...
Well, they figure that it's going to happen at Banks' studio. And so Liv and Finn go post up right out front. And they also
drive-bias interruptus going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah. They're pull-out kings. They pull
and
out...
On the street,
the
he
SVUs pull
says,
out,
I did
which
it,
prevents...
Yeah.
On the street, he says he did it, but he also said beforehand that he didn't do it, and he would have done it, but it doesn't actually matter.
Right. And then in interrogation, he says his real alibi was with a woman who's not his wife.
But we don't meet her.
No. Joe says Dallas turned off the tap on her home renovations, but that's all a front. And Mom was actually paying for one night stand, which is also a front.
Yeah. This is when it just starts kind of like unspooling. There wasn't very much of a
there wasn't much
plot
there,
one
but
could
whatever
follow.
was, just pissing into the wind now.
Mm-hmm.
So the gun found at Dallas's crime scene had her prints and her prints only on it. It's also linked to an unsolved murder.
Oh, Josh, you're missing you need to use, I'm going to quote the RB Banks character because I don't want to get in trouble.
Murder was the case they gave me?
No, he says, and I quote, to Olivia Benson, he says, I can't use my bitch as an alibi because I wasn't with my bitch. To which Olivia Benson replies, okay, then I'm going to need the name of your other bitch. Which is like trying to be the fun line of the episode, but it actually isn't.
No, it reads as like so fucking 1993.
Exactly.
Like Michael Chernuchin has not paid any attention to anything that's happened in culture since the early 90s and is still like is fucking 26 years out of date here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tossing around bitch here, and it just doesn't feel like...
Yeah, he's not even
It feels like it was written by a white guy.
It feels like a white guy that didn't even make it far enough into the Tupac oeuvre to hear Dear Mama, you know, and understand more about, you know, what drove him.
Right.
Yeah, it feels like you stopped with California Knows How to Party. That was the last bit of culture that you took in, which is great.
That's just really dumb here.
Yeah, it's really dumb. It's weird that bike that Carisi talked about with some kid for about like 5 minutes in the opening scene shows up later, isn't it?
Like, it was so dumb that I didn't really want to talk about it in the recap and so I left it until the end and be like, oh, remember this dumb thing?
But it's awkward at the beginning. It's so awkward.
It's so awkward at the beginning that it's obvious that it's going to matter.
Mm-hmm.
But who cares? We also, right before this, we have the crazy white pregnant girlfriend work the counter at Eleanor's, which closed 6 years prior.
Yeah,
she threw the plate of ribs.
Best ribs in the city.
This is with the old cop who was working the case, the retired cop who does not give a shit about any of the bodies.
But he remembers
that he
the
his
ribs.
cases. He remembers the ribs. Yes.
Were they beef ribs, pork ribs? What are we talking here?
I assume they're pork ribs.
It's not a beef
in New
ribs
York.
Town. Yeah. Well, in Brooklyn, I'm sure you can go to some fucking dumbass place called like Austin Smokehouse and get some beef ribs.
Right.
Some place where I literally want to pour gasoline over myself and set myself on fire.
Now, I have some issues with Liv here.
Okay.
She's got Andreas in questioning.
This is after Finn's got the ballistics report, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Finn's already started committing crimes at this point.
Right. Now, she says, we called all the food delivery services. You don't work for them. Oh, all of them? You called all of them, Liv.
So in 2021, I feel like you're kind of like getting rid of most of those old-fashioned delivery services. So, you know, like the classic, like the Chinese restaurant does its own delivery. Most of those are going by the wayside because of DoorDash and, you know, Uber Eats, etc.
But not, it's still, there's not a complete erasure of it because of how bullshit all of those are towards the businesses. Enough of the businesses like would find it, even especially because they work so much in cash.
And in fucking New York, you have dozens and dozens and dozens of these things. Half of them are like gone in 2 days. There's 100%. A million of these fucking things. And
this is just utter nonsense. Like, there's no actual way to have done this.
Of course not.
It's just very stupid. Mom and pops would still have delivery also. Like, there's no way to eliminate. I'm not saying many, but there's no way you could actually have checked all of the food delivery services.
It's such a complicated thing. I mean, because activists trying to get better working conditions for, they call them deliveristas in New York because so many of them are Latin American immigrants. But we're talking about, there's something like 50,000 plus of these guys in New York City.
Right.
Bombing around on these e-bikes. Mm-hmm. And the things that make it advantageous for them to do these jobs are the same things that make it difficult to like figure out who's doing them. Because oftentimes they're new immigrants that might not have
I mean, Sean Baker did a whole fucking movie about it. Take it.
Yeah, it's very complicated shit. And it's impossible.
It's bullshit. Complete bullshit.
Impossible.
This irritated me so much.
I mean, literally tens of thousands of people. And Harlem is not a small part of New York City. It's a huge neighborhood with multiple sub-neighborhoods and like tons of people live up there.
I don't know if people know this, but New York City is very densely populated.
It sure is. Yeah, it sure is.
Then we get the thing that maybe irritates me even more. If you were a real fan, you would have had tickets to his show months ago. Yeah. Liv.
That's how we know.
Do you know how much concerts fucking cost?
Yeah. Especially like...
This is a kid.
If we're talking that this guy is like Jay-Z and he's playing the Apollo Theater, which is not a
$500 a ticket at least.
At least $500 a ticket. Yeah. Easy. Because like if you can sell at Barclays Center... Then you're doing
to do the Apollo
small venue, then it's crazy. I would only pay that to see Michael McDonald there, but that's just me.
Sure. Anyway, Vic won't help Finn put her son away. Vicky.
Vicky seems too young. I didn't really.
I know. There were so many people that I had to be very, very judicious about who I talked about this week. Like I was trying to do my
math in my head. Like she did not have a kid 18 years ago. You know, even if she had a kid when she was 16 years old, she didn't have a kid 18 years ago.
Yeah.
Which is what the episode's asking us to believe happened.
Could have been 17, but yeah. The murder happened 18 years ago.
Yeah.
So Finn visits Andreas in lockup, where they bond over wanting revenge for their murdered parents.
But also, Andreas just as soon as Finn says, "I'm not here as a cop," which I wouldn't believe a cop when they told me that.
No, absolutely not.
Andreas immediately tells him, "Of course I did it."
Well, he doesn't say it explicitly, but he does say, like, I wanted him to feel the pain that I felt.
Exactly.
And I wish she was dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think he says, I wish I killed her.
He didn't say, I beat her over the head with a bike lock.
Right.
Until I thought she was dead.
There's still theoretically plausible deniability, I guess. And like it's so far past, like it would be in total violation of his Miranda rights and all that.
Exactly.
But then Finn goes to visit Snake, and without laying it out explicitly, he tells Snake that he knows Malik was a scumbag like Yusuf, the one who'd killed his mother, but that Snake's past is catching up with him here, so take care of his wife and kid. Then we get the he lives uptown when the kids on bikes ask if this is where Snake and Dallas live.
Again, I believe that at this point, Finn's withholding of real clear evidence in the murder of Malik Harper constitutes accessory after the fact. And in fact, I did look up some of what accessory after the fact is in New York.
Did you not know that the New York State Supreme Court upheld that Harlem is subject to different laws?
Providing false information to law enforcement to protect criminals and destroying or concealing evidence. Both constitute accessory after the fact. And while legal penalties are generally less severe than those of accessory before the fact, you can still face significant fines and imprisonment.
But police can't be charged with crimes, right?
I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
It's certainly how it works in reality.
But only when other police are doing the crimes, or when the right people are doing the crimes.
I don't think a policeman's ever been charged with crimes.
Josh, are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
So, guys, every week we rank these. We rank on the overall quality of the episode, the quality of the guests they're in, how problematic the episode was, and the depth and breadth of lives ruined. We're trying to come up with a composite score so we can rank this against all the other ones. Now, this one's tough because it doesn't feel like any of these are real people. So the depth and breadth of lives ruined category.
It doesn't even feel like Finn is a real person here.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody in here feels real. Like, there are these details in Finn's life that do not match up with the other details that we've heard about Finn's life in the past. They're just like random new details.
They'll never come up again.
Exactly. That
yeah,
seems like a pretty big, character.
They're canon for this week and this week only.
Like, wow, you watched your mother get shot, and we've never heard about this in the preceding 20 seasons.
Or since.
Or the 7 seasons since. Pretty rough stuff. So let's start. Overall quality, it's very bad, right? Is it a 1 bad, though, or is it like a 2 bad? Because watching it, it wasn't...
I think it's a 2 bad.
In some ways, it wasn't fun enough to be a 1.
I think it's just a 2 bad.
Yeah, I think it's a 2 bad. It's very bad.
Yeah.
But not quite that bad. It has somewhat of a pace.
It's
it doesn't
not
just
bad
stop.
enough. I was very tired taking notes.
But it's not like as bad as a Grandma
in the middle
Sheila
of the day
episode.
today. No, 100%.
Yeah.
It was just very bad in a way that's boring, but not infuriating.
Exactly. It's not psychedelically bad.
Yeah.
I'm not going, what is happening?
No, you're going, why is this happening?
Yeah.
Why am I watching this?
The next category. So I gave us a 2 for quality. The next category, you have 2 pretty damn good actors given large roles, and one of the most famous people in the world. And I really don't think it's on any of them. I think this cast could have made a really fun episode.
Yeah. In capable hands, sure.
Orlando Jones is not playing to type here, but he almost makes it work, even though it's not given a thing that can work.
No. I mean, I've seen Amber Stevens-West in things that I really liked her in.
Yeah.
And she's very attractive here.
Sure.
She's not given much to do.
She's not given very much to do.
Outside of the opening scene in the cold open.
Yeah.
That's kind of the only thing she gets to do.
Which, yeah, she nails that.
Yeah, that's fun.
And then she sits in a hospital bed and gives like 2 more lines after that.
Yeah.
And then you got like, so Snoop Dogg.
They don't even keep her in that dress for the rest of the episode.
Shocking that they didn't have her on the gurney in that. But like, they are trying real hard to make it work, these guest stars.
Yeah.
And I feel pretty bad because I think this is the guest cast for a really fun episode.
There's also the issue of, is this an SVU?
I don't think at any point it's an SVU. If you told me this was a CI, 100%.
Sure.
Famous person gets assaulted in their apartment.
Yeah.
There's no indication at any moment that there is a sexual assault that's happened.
The only thing that points them in that direction is the ripped dress.
That's a pretty thin.
And that's because that dress was ripped on set. And if they'd done any fucking work at all.
But that's a very
like this would fall under like robbery or
it would be a major case because
assault,
these are celebrities. So they would call in Gorin and Eames would be there.
Robbery, homicide, or whatever would come in.
Yeah. You'd have Jeff Goldblum and one of those Juan ladies, they'd be there,
Yes.
And they'd be dealing with the paparazzos,
Well, plural of paparazzo is paparazzo.
It sure is.
I believe I have my Italian singular and plural correct here. Spaghetto versus spaghetti.
I can go my own way, Josh, and I can call it thunder if I want to.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
What are we calling this?
Is
a 4? Is this a 4? Because I think they're actually trying pretty hard to make it work. A 3?
Okay, so I think it's probably a 4 only because I do think that down the line, like L. Scott Caldwell's fine. Elizabeth Tate, I think, is fairly good here. Marty Grabstein, despite the offensive casting, as a mere Corey.
I did not clock the character name. I was like, this guy looks like a Marty Grabstein to me.
Not an Amir Corey.
I mean, he looks a lot like that TLC, that one of those guys from TLC that, you famously see all the time if you ever... TMZ, not TLC.
I thought you were going there, Harvey Levin or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One of those guys.
I think it's probably like a 4 because this is kind of the only area that it does kind of well in. And this is in spite of the source material, which is bad.
Yeah, we're saying that the writing is terrible, but
yes,
the actors do this best as they can. I mean, I really think Orlando Jones is kind of doing some heavy lifting here to make the episode watchable in the slightest.
Yeah, despite his being wholly miscast also.
Sure, but just like the character is not particularly interesting, but he has enough lines that he is inhabiting that character, and
he is. It's a badly written character, poorly conceived. Like this, I mean, the whole episode's a disaster, but it's not on the actors.
It's
agree.
Not on the guests. So, is there anything even problematic in it? I mean, there's just not, right? I mean, besides the fact that the show is bad.
The music video stuff is, it's like.
Yeah.
It's doing the upskirt the upskirt low angle shots like on top of a car.
The lighting's doing a lot of work here.
Yeah. So there's that whole
you have
thing,
to have the
in
chiaroscuro to hide. Yeah. Otherwise you're
and it's in context of a song that's supposed to be about issues.
Yeah.
A politically tinged song that the video is just sex.
Yeah. So, okay, you're right. That might give it a point. I think.
There's a lot of bitch being used in it,
There is.
especially the scenes with Snoop Dogg.
Mm-hmm. What else you got? Literally, what else you got? You got those two things. The cold open, I'll grant you, has some...
Boca Mom. I don't think her mom goes to Boca. Sorry. Not buying it.
I mean, no, Shadow Stevens, I'd buy him in Boca any day of the week.
If you were a real fan, you would have had tickets to the show months ago. Like, you fucking classist asshole, Liv.
Seriously. That's not how things work anymore. Again, that's one of the reasons why I think rock and roll, like arena rock, was a CIA op. They artificially deflated the prices to get people to believe that they could be jukebox heroes.
I think there's the racism inherent in assuming that Finn knows every rapper and every person from Harlem personally.
I mean, the fact that Finn, the biggest detail of Finn's life is only ever mentioned in this single episode.
That he and Liv have been on the unit together for 19 years at this point, and he's never once talked about having seen his mother shot down in front of him on the fucking street corner.
As a child, he watched his mother bleed to death.
And that he still wasn't no snitch because he ain't no bitch.
Unbelievable.
Also, I think how blithely the show writes off rage rooms
as legitimate businesses.
Well, there's that, but also like that a rage room would fucking record all of the sessions.
I know that seems highly problematic.
And just so willingly give this evidence over to the police without a warrant or anything. That's very problematic.
So what are we saying? 2?
I think it's a 3.
You think it's a 3? Yeah, I mean, the cold open is great. That alone kind of gets it someplace because it's really...
But there's also, I mean, rage rooms and...
There's a few little fun details.
Racism, Boca. I'm sorry, but a pop star's mom, she would never send her to Boca.
Well, I mean,
that is
like the Keys...
A black pop star is not sending her mother to Boca.
You could go to the Keys.
Just thinks that everyone sends their moms to Boca because that's what everyone.
That's where he sent his mom to.
Yes,
yeah.
His mom died in a retirement home in Boca.
But yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, I mean, sure, South Florida, but not Boca.
Not Boca. Not Rat's Mouth.
Now, I think Depth and Breadth of Lies Ruined is a clear number 1, right? This is a clear one.
Yeah.
Because
nothing lands, and anything that could
nothing
land doesn't.
And
like
lands.
the Finn stuff is like so like this is a main character who should be like dealing with the death of his mother here, even though it happened so long in the past. It should be like the scenes where Liv is like breaking down in a fucking.
Do you know how long it took them to get to Serena
stairwell.
Benson's? The story of Serena Benson? Oh, it was episode 1, season 1. That's when they talked about Serena Benson. You can't bring up seeing your mom get gunned down right in front of you in broad daylight.
19 seasons.
19 seasons into your run into the show. I'm sorry.
Yep.
It's not.
No, it's.
You can't do that.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Yeah, 1.
Yeah, because everything else is just a kind of a wash. Again, it's not an SVU case. The only reason it's an SVU case is because it's Finn's childhood buddy.
And a hot dress.
Oh, yeah. So that gives us an overall score of a 2.5, which makes it the worst episode we've seen since January. The last one we saw that was this bad was American Disgrace. That's season 16, episode 2. It was the Terry Polo episode. I called it The Only Way He Could Get Hard Was If the Bleacher Creatures Were Calling Out His Name.
Yeah. They ripped from the headlines Donald Sterling plus Ray Rice plus there was some other case in there too. There were like 3 ripped from the headlines in there.
Oh yeah, Stacy Keach episode. That's more what I think of it as. Yeah. Anyways, I think we need to roll another one. Hopefully it'll make more sense than this one did.
One hopes. So, going over to episode.lol, built for this podcast by friend of the pod Flat, co-creator of Cinequote.net with our good friend and my Unkind Rewind co-host, Sean McGrath.
Oh, yeah.
The tape is spinning. Bill and Ted do not like this part one bit.
Oh, I hate that part.
We've landed in season 12
Okay.
on episode 17,
Okay.
which is entitled Pursuit. The TV host of a show that spotlights predators
Ooh.
receives threats to her safety, and this reawakens her hunt
TCAP?
for her sister's abductor, I assume.
Mhm.
An ADA with connections to the TV host then assists detectives in their investigation.
Oh, it's Sonia Paxton.
And Deborah Messing.
Ooh. Oh no. So that'll be an interesting
That was where my reluctance to start talking about what episode we'd drawn came from, because her picture is very front and center here on the episode.lol screen.
yeah, she's really gone off the deep end, hasn't she, recently?
She sure has. And I happen to know that it's not recent.
Okay.
I know that she's been off the deep end for a solid decade at least. She's nuts.
Yeah, fuck Will and Grace, man.
Yep. I thought it sucked from the jump. I hated that show. And this is coming from someone who watched Queer as Folk back. Like, it wasn't that. It was that I thought the show was hacky and bad. But whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, this will be a ride. Season 12.
Yeah, she's basically the Chris Hansen character.
I assumed 100% that was the case.
Yeah. Good times.
Or not. It could be either. It really could be.
It really, season 12, it's the best of times, it's the worst of times, as we've seen. We haven't gotten a season 12 episode in so fucking long.
Because we've watched almost all of them.
Guys, coming up pretty soon. There might still be time to vote on this by the time this episode drops. But we're doing, for episode 260, we're doing another Munchy's Choice. So we need some noms, we need some votes, so the Munchies can decide if we're going to watch a season 6 episode, or if you guys want us to watch one of the fabulous season 19 episodes we haven't caught yet. That's the real high period of the show. Now the way to do that is to sign up for the Munchies tier of our Patreon, which is patreon.com/munchmybenson. Now, guys, if you want to discuss this or any other episode, the place to do that is at our Discord, which you can find the links to in the show notes, or at our website, which is munchmybenson.com. There you can find all the links to all the other things, like our Zazzle merch page, which might still have one or two items of merch. Maybe Mother Needs Her Juice is still there, hopefully. Hopefully they didn't take that from us. Hopefully they didn't take...
That's still there for sure. But we do need to redo all the merch.
Who's going to change my bag is still there. So yeah, we have a couple pieces of merch that are still good that are available. We also have social media accounts and links to all the various podcasts that Josh and I have appeared in as guests. You can find those in the show notes or at the website, which is munchmybenson.com. If you want to call the podcast and leave a voice message, please, we welcome you to do that. That number is in the show notes.
If you give me 1 second, I can give it to you over the air.
Great.
Also, area code 507. This is a U.S. country code.
Yeah.
507-479-6440. Again, 507-479-6440.
Good night, Seattle.
I believe that spells butt stuff. It does not.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think we did this episode.
Sure.
I got nothing. I feel bad for these actors. It's just kind of dog shit.
I mean, we routinely do, but
I just haven't seen a Chernuchin episode in a while, and it's like, man, it's just bad. Like, they were trying. These actors were trying.
Yeah.
And it's just, this shit just sucks.
Yeah. It's a bummer.
Again, it's just the craziest thing is that it survived Michael Chernuchin.
No clue how that happened.
All right, well,
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You two know each other?
We grew up together. Our moms were best friends.
Maybe you could have told me that. Man, I appreciate you coming down here. Talk to me face to face, man, for real.
Well, actually, we have some questions for you.
Who did this, man?
We're working on it, man.
I told her to stay away from that Twitter or whatever. These stalkers, man.
All right, listen. Your neighbor told us that you and Dallas had a fight before you left.
I ain't never laid a hand on my wife.
Then why did the police go to your house twice over domestic disputes?
You know, someday when you get yourself a woman, we'll see if you don't yell every now and then.
So that's all you did, man? Scream?
You too? The hell happened to you, B?
I'm just trying to find out why you guys were arguing.